Hey guys, welcome back. I have some more Stampin' Up! Dragonflies this time. I have some very bright yellow daffodil cardstock from Stampin' Up! And I'm this time going to use the Curiosities, which is the Halloween sticker book from last year, from 2020, that I also got for my birthday. So I'm just cutting this piece of cardstock down. Now these two pieces are using a Harlequin Tim Holtz Alterations embossing folder, and also a I think it's called Mechanics. It's like a 3-dimensional embossing folder. And I'm also going to use some alcohol ink on some gold mirror cardstock, and I'm using amethyst as the color, so it's a purple color. I loved it on the previous card. I had to do it again on this. The gold and the purple seem to work really well, and then with the yellow you'll see it just works. Now I know what some of you are thinking is like, where's this kind of going, if you haven't seen the first video, which I should be on before this one. It's very similar in design, it's very similar in all its glory, but I am using these pre-embossed, like 6 months ago, embossed pieces of cardstock that I didn't know what to do. I was just mucking about with my plates on my machine, and that's why I landed up with these random colors of cardstock in this sort of more Tim Holtz kind of style embossing folders, but not the colors that I would normally typically put or use with those embossing folders. So this is why I wanted to show you how you can take something like that. If you've got cardstock that you don't know what to do with, or you've embossed something and you think, well, that doesn't work, make it work. Use your inks, ink them in different colors that are, like for me, these are very vintagey kind of grungy colors, and they work for me. This may not work for you, you might want to try something else, but ink the edges of things, ink those things. And also the more you ink over the top of things like embossed areas, it will bring out those areas even more. You'll see when I go in with the little finger dauber, it highlights those areas, it just brings them out. It's honestly, I haven't done this sort of thing for so long that, I mean, I ink the edges of everything, but this sort of specific kind of thing, I haven't done this sort of mixed media, grungy, steampunky kind of thing. I mean, I know this isn't really mixed media, but you know, that sort of look, I haven't done this for so long, and my brain is there at the moment, so you're probably going to see a lot more of this kind of thing going forward. I'll still do cards, but I also want to do some other stuff on my channel, because I love it. So I do have a art journal page coming up, which is hysterical when you see what I did in the end. Anyway, that's future stuff. So as in the previous one, I noticed that when I was drying, after splattering with some water onto the cardstock, I noticed that while I was drying it with the heat tool, the butterflies and the dragonflies were kind of curling up. So I just added a bit more heat to curl them up a little more, just for a bit more dimension. I also noticed that when I used the water, it kind of gave a more of a bleached look than you know, because it's regular cardstock, it's just colored cardstock, it's not specialized cardstock, if you know what I mean. So it gave it this sort of more of a bleachy kind of look, but it was cool. It was just more layers in the background, right? So just with a bit of foam and a bit of regular double-sided tape, I'm just getting my dragonflies stuck on there and popping them in place. I had a rough idea, which is why these were going to be quite quick cards and are quite quick videos. And this is where I'm taking a sticker from the Curiosities, which is like the Halloween series of Tim Holtz from last year, 2020, and I'm using one of the stickers from that, and it's this teeny tiny little sticker, and it says, "I will never leave you." And it kind of hit home, because there's these two dragonflies and there's one bigger than the other, and I kind of think of like loved ones that, even though they're not necessarily physically with us, they never leave us, and they're always around, or at least that's how I see it. So I Will Never Leave You just kind of spoke to me. So I can see how this is in that Curiosities Halloween themed set, or those sticker book. But I can also see how you can take something that is sort of Halloween themed and make it into something that is nothing to do with Halloween. So try that out. See what you can find in your stash that is specifically a theme or a season, but use it for something else. And I will catch you in the next one, guys. Bye.